We've been talking a lot about that ending.
Oh,
I think I'm going to jump straight in and just get to our top 5 countdown.
God damn it. Of course, you had Fast and Furious.
I love that background.
Piece of shit.
R.I.P. to the great.
Top 5 countdown movie endings. Oh, yeah. So we're just going to go around the horn for this one. We're going to start with our good old number 5. I'm going to kick it off with Paul. Paul, what you got? What's your number 5 great movie ending?
Sound of Music, because they got away from the damn Nazis. Perfect fucking ending.
Boom.
If anybody was going to get micked, it's the person.
Listen, you can't argue that.
I can argue that. First of all, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, both of you. You only put that in there. You only say the Sound of Music to get me riled up.
I didn't do it.
He did.
You've done that before.
It's not my number 5, Mick.
Promise. Hang on, I gotta change my number 5. Hang on.
Me too. I gotta change my number 5 as well.
All right.
Go to Chris. Thanks, Paul.
Sound of Music one more time. I'm ending the show.
My actual number 5 was Late Night with the Devil. And I know you guys didn't all care for that ending, but I
did. I thought that was a good ending, personally.
Sturdy that didn't like it, right? Who didn't like it?
Dan, I don't think liked it.
Dan, but
one of us.
I know me and Dan look alike. You get us mixed up a lot, Paul, but it wasn't me.
It's true. They are the smoking stack of Scene Snobs. And Dan, feel better, my friend.
Oh, of course.
He's been through his stuff recently, his medical stuff. So we love you. We appreciate you. But okay. Well, fucking you went. So let's go with you, Chris. What do you got next?
For number 5, I have Strangers or The Strangers, the movie with the people in the mask in the woods and stuff.
Nice. Yeah.
Man, that movie, the beginning to end, you're in it, but at the same time, it messes you up. Why are you doing this? You were home.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely agree. That's such a great ending. What you got for me, Sturdy Bird?
Sinister.
Good ending.
Just how they come and get the kids again, and Ethan Hawke's character gets knocked off. With one of my favorite actors.
Remember which way we go.
But just like how that whole sequence went, then you see what is it, Bagul or whatever? That was dope. And then the kids turn their heads to the side, and you see him holding his daughter. Loved it.
That's awesome. That's both good choices. All good choices, except for Sound of Music. But Roy, what you got? What's your number 5?
I have a tentative in no certain order except for the top 2. But number 5, I got 7.
Nice.
Very nice. All right, so I'm going next, and because you said 7 is my number 5 as well.
Nice.
The only murder you see on screen. Keep that in mind. For a movie about murder, it is the only actual murder you see on screen, and it's the cop. And I can say that because the movie's almost 30 years old. So I don't care. But yeah, 7 has one of the best endings. Ironic ending, beautiful ending for a thriller, for sure. Great choices, except for the Sound of Music. Number 4. I'm never going to give you credit on the Sound of Music. I'm never going to give that credit to any one of you about the Sound of Music. That movie, first of all, the ending is the best part of the movie, and it shouldn't be. Never mind. I knew you were going to. All right, number 4 on the list. So, what you got from me, Paul? I swear to God, if you say
I said nope. No.
Oh, okay, no. Anything but Sound of Music works, or English Patient. Don't say it.
Okay.
That's
Nope. I love Nope because once you realize the ship is the alien, I was like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. Like I didn't even put the 2 and 2 together, and I love Nope.
They showed that too. Oh, that's such a good movie. Such a good.
Thank you, Jordan Peele.
Chris, what's your number 4?
My number 4 was Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah.
You get the epic battle of everybody at the end versus Davy Jones in the big whirlpool. You get Celeste coming out of her bound human form, or Calypso. Yeah, and then it's the climactic end where Orlando Bloom's character Will Turner takes over the ship and everything for that Davy Jones was manning.
I like it. That's a good pick. I like that. Sturdy, what you got for number 4?
The original Halloween. Just the whole concept of Mike, you go the whole look there and he's gone. Just because of what that's done in horror from 78 and on. Of course, it gets exaggerated and all that stuff, but that I think that was a dope trope, especially like in the slasher realm.
I dig it.
But, he's gone, he's dead, he's gone, and then you go you think he's gone, and then he's actually gone. You think he's dead, but he's gone.
He's terrorizing Dana Carvey around Haddonfield.
Got right back in that damn station wagon, went and got him a burger, and went back home.
No, he didn't. He didn't go back home.
The thing is, Mick, he went to go get something. When he left, he went to go get something to eat. They came there looking for him. Then he went after he got something to eat, took a dump, went to the movies. He went back home.
First and foremost, that's not true. And two different timelines. Technically, three. Because in the 2018 timeline, he didn't leave. He left, but he was still there.
Yeah, he went to exactly. He had to go eat. You got to eat. You can't just be, slinging that knife around without eating something. You got to get some nourishment.
That is true. He did take a knife that made a sandwich recently in the second one. So I'll give it to you a little bit. Not much. Roy, what's your 4?
Sorry there, I thought I was muted. Kids are knocking on the door. I have The Thing.
Get the fuck out of here, kids.
Great. You know, The Thing did not make it on my list.
That surprises.
Wait, what was it?
It's The Thing from 1982. Okay. There's a reason, Paul. I knew it was going to end up on somebody's list here, so I purposely left it off. It is one of the best endings of all time, but it is one that is like I wanted to shine a light on some of my favorites. That's why I went. Number 4 is Zodiac. I think that's a wonderfully done ending. Every aspect, the beats they hit on, Fincher's just so that's why it is my number 4. I think that's a great ending. Let's go on to number 3. Paul, what you got for 3?
The movie The Fountain.
Oh wow, that's a deep one too.
I really love that one.
Go check that out. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Chris, what you got for number 3?
My number 3. Well, the movie with that you used at the beginning of the show with Ryan Gosling, that he's the stunt guy. It's called Fall Guy.
Yeah,
that one. I mean, it's epic. It's fucking genius. It is them filming a movie, filming an action scene as they're it's fucking phenomenal.
I love that movie, and I think Roy can help me with this one. On sets like that, you do quote movies.
It was fun watching it with my wife.
Yeah, you do get that sense
like that, and she was loving the whole thing because it was hey, they made a movie about my life.
Yeah, and that's her, that's right up there. The woman that's calling in the movie, all of all right, we're ready for explosive. That's what his wife does.
Okay.
So even watching that, I'm watching me and I'm like, oh man, this character reminds person. This character reminds me of this person. There was one in there that reminded me of you. I was just like, that movie is such a fun filmmaker movie.
Can that be our homework this week, to rewatch that movie and figure out who you think Roy is in that movie? Now I kind of want to. Now I want to kind of figure it out.
I gotta watch it, figure out what you think.
Oh, I know it, dude. You don't know. You don't know.
I'd have to watch it again. I wasn't watching with that in mind.
All right. Yes. Bank on it. Be here next week, Roy. We're gonna rewatch The Fall Guy and figure out which character I think Roy is. And I know the second he watches it, and watch the regular version, because there are 2 versions. The other one's pretty good, but the one that came out in theaters, watch that version because I know it's in there. How do you not know? How can you not think about this?
Well, to be honest, I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched parts of it.
All right, fair.
Particularly the entire
because there's one line in that movie where I was just like, that's Joe. That's 100% Joe. That's what Joe would say. That's what Joe would be saying. And he'd be saying it that way. He would be bitching to the AD, this is stupid. I could just do this. And I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm watching the AD freak out and scream. Remember, he's screaming at one point, and I'm as he's freaking out, I'm I could see Mel having a headache because of this guy, or stuff like that. There's so many people, and when we get into it, we'll do that next week and we'll talk about it, because there are a lot of people we know from college and everything that, man, they do those jobs and you're just oh, it's this is a tough job. Anyway, now I'm getting them off filmmaking shit. So Fall Guy. Good one. Chris, that was you. So Sturdy, what do you got?
Honestly, I picked Sinners. I love the way that movie ended. I love the whole sequence. I'll go from the revenge aspect all the way till the end credits. That whole sequence was just you kind of seen how that story ended.
Yeah.
You got to see how that story ended and kind of just, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Agreed. 100%. And what do you got for me, Roy? What's your number 3?
Fight Club.
Really? I don't like that movie in general, but that is a good ending. That is a solid ending. All right, Project Mayhem in the movie is a good idea to end that movie.
Let's do it right now. Let's set it up.
No.
I'm your guy.
All right.
I got you, Roy.
We won't do it right now. Okay.
Yes.
We will not.
One of my reviews agreed Sinners was great. She says she loved it as well.
Nice. Thank you for watching.
Oh yeah, my wife loved Sinners. So did actually my brother and my sister did as well.
I didn't take my wife to see it because the last thing I need is for my wife to see 2 Michael B. Jordans in a movie.
Even I was like,
What?
I was looking
Like, yeah. Like I'm clutching my pearls for a second.
I was looking for some pearls to clutch. I was, oh my.
Red.
So what you guys are saying is if he'd have took his shirt off, he would have lost it.
When Haley Steinfeld, when she came out and said that
more.
shit to him, I was like, oh my god.
First of all,
I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. In that situation, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna fuck it.
No, first of all Haley Steinfeld taught us in that movie was what you need to say to Michael B. Jordan to get him. So you got to say to him. So now we have the pickup line when we meet him. Should be like,
yeah.
That'll go over well.
He'll just beat the shit out of us, Creed style. Like he's gonna.
I was gonna say he's gonna jump right back into the Creed.
End up knocking. You gonna sue him? Hell no, you gotta sue him. He touched me.
Speaking of sexy though, Fight Club was our last pick by Roy. My number 3 is Chinatown, a wildly famous ending where Roman Polanski even took the film reel hostage so they would not change it to a brighter ending.
Wow.
Yeah, and it paid off. Again, I don't mind spoiling it. I'm not going to here, but forget about it, Jake. It's Chinatown. Goes down one of the greatest lines in movie history. And for the reason with how that movie turns out, that ending is epic and perfect. I loved it. So, all right. What's the next one, Paul? What you got for number dose?
I know it sounds kind of cheap and it's going to sound a little cheesy, but I went with 6 Cents. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
I really love that ending.
I don't think it's cheesy. I mean, it's famous for its ending, right?
I just feel, I don't know. I wish, like, I tell Sam all the time, I'm like, if I get Alzheimer's, start losing my mind, just put that movie on every day so I can be amazed. Like, honestly. Like, hand of God. The 6 Cents.
Oh, okay.
I think Unbreakable.
Personally, here's my honorable mention. That and Unbreakable were kind of like my honorable mentions.
Heck yeah.
You know what it is? I think once you found out the ending of for me anyway, I'm only speaking for me, of The Sixth Sense, because I know a lot of people are really truly astounded by it, and it is a good, solid movie, solid ending. But I thought Unbreakable, for some reason, did that twist better because it came out after it didn't land as hard, because you were kind of expecting something from him. I did like that idea that, like, he was the villain, he was the one causing it. With The Sixth Sense, still brilliant though. Like, that's a solid pick for an ending. Chris, what you got for number 2?
This one's tugs at the heartstrings. It's from Disney. Up, the ending to Up. That thing is God, that whole movie, man. I'm gonna be that old man. I'm gonna be that old man one day. I know it. And then fuck.
Can I be your Boy Scout?
Huh?
I'll be your Boy Scout.
I'm gonna say it right now, Chris.
Your wilderness ranger. Your door.
I would actually, that is a great one, because that's a movie like with that heartfelt ending like that. It starts out as such like great comedy, and then it goes like that first like 5 minutes of the movie is some of the funniest I've ever seen, and then you get into the ending and it's just so heartfelt. So good pick. I know Roy's wheels are turning, and it's just like, wait, the first 5 minutes of the movie, the wife dies. Look, I know what I meant.
That whole sequence with no dialogue, it's like 10 minutes. It's like 10 or 15 minutes long. Pretty long.
I almost walked out because it made me too sad. I was like, I came here to watch a happy movie. I was like, fuck this.
Sturdy Sister and I were cackling in the theater for that one.
She probably was. No, I haven't seen that movie yet. I did put it on the wheel though, for our decades wheel. So
heck yeah,
I cry again.
So
great.
Yeah,
it's like either if I need a good cry, I'll watch Field of Dreams to realize I never had the catch, and I'm never gonna. I'll watch Up to realize that life is finite and it's gonna crush me one day. Or I'll put on Bluey. Because why wouldn't I put on Bluey? Because every episode makes you cry. It's a true story. Good luck. That's now you know that.
It's a lot to unpack. Let me write that down,
dude. If you want to become a better person, more in touch with your feelings, watch Ted Lasso. Watch Bluey. They will make you want to be a better person all around. And you can laugh about it if you want. I watch Bluey unironically if it's on TV. I put it on. It's great. Teaches great things. Teaches me how to be a better parent, better husband, better friend, all 9 yards. True good life lesson.
My kids love Bluey, and
tell me you don't love Bluey.
I can't.
No, Roy, you tell. I know you. I know you can't. But like, Roy, tell me you don't love Bluey.
What do you mean? Tell me what?
You don't love Bluey?
I do love Bluey.
You said the kids love it. Don't try to pawn it
What
off.
I think hilarious is all of the Australian lingo that my daughter's picking up. Yeah. And we went on a little hike with her Girl Scout troop earlier this week, and she had to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, well, here we go. First time. You're gonna go behind the tree over here. And she's like, oh, am I gonna have a bush wee?
Oh,
like, really does.
Get that from Bluey? Like, yeah. Okay.
I love it. That's so great. Great. And the movie's coming, so we'll be reviewing that as well. I'm gonna make Paul watch it.
That's fine. I'll watch anything.
That's fair. You'll love it.
My kid's gonna lose her shit. When I tell that.
Dude, the Bluey Lego set's coming out too in June.
Oh, jeez.
But the only Lego set I'm holding on for is the Enterprise D coming out Black Friday.
Speaking of Lego sets, so I got into Lego. Finally, I got my first Lego set. It just came yesterday.
No. Save it. Let's finish the show with the Lego talk because I want to talk more about that. Let's get through 2, and you're up, sir.
My number 2 is Django Unchained. Again, I love that revenge scene at the end. It's just we need him now. We can use him. We can use Sinners, and we can use the next one, my number 1 as well. Which we'll get.
Perfect. I love that answer. What do you got for me, Roy? What's your number 2?
I have Inception.
Yeah. Let's go. What do you subscribe to? Is he still in or no?
I kind of, the way I look at it is I accept the interpretation that it doesn't matter, that he is now in a place where he's whole and he feels satisfied with. I do think that it really happened, that he's really out, that it really, like, he's really out of it. But I like the interpretation where it doesn't matter. If he's in the dream world and he's with his kid for the rest of his consciousness existence, or whether he's in there in the real world, it doesn't matter. He's finally got to a place where he can be happy. But I do think that he really got it.
I hope it's a dream sequence where they're just monsters and he has to run for the rest of his life.
Wow. Christ.
Somehow.
It'd be great if they turn around and they're vampires and it's like, and he just pulls out a shotgun. He's like, shh, it's hunting season. And that's how it ends. The whole movie we watched.
Inception 2 is like Dusk Till Dawn.
It's like 30 Rock Hunter.
Paul's head hurts.
On the mimosas, bitches.
Who's ready for mimosas, bitches? It's Will Ferrell.
And he's a Kings fan.
Oh God, you and the Kings. Well, anyway, my number 2 is Back to the Future. I love that ending. That entire sequence, that whole clock tower sequence from the time Marty shows up. I mean, and even before then, the whole movie is great. But I'm talking about just that end sequence where he's got to get back home, because I consider the next morning sort of the stinger, which is also a great end. And it was a gag ending that led to 2 more movies, which I thought was great. But that end sequence is still so thrilling to me. I can still watch and hope he gets home, and it's not easy for movies to do that. All right, let's go to number 1 and our final for the night. Paul, what you got for number 1?
Well, we all know I worked for a circus, so I had to go with Water for Elephants.
Okay.
Number 1. Okay.
Very nice. If you were looking for a good circus movie, watch Octopussy. Don't laugh at the name. It's a real name.
I didn't say anything. I laughed because Roy laughed.
You said pushy.
There it is. God damn it.
Do it like Meatwad.
Oh shit.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love it. So
Oh, it's why we're all here.
all right, let's move on. All right, number 1, Chris, what you got?
All right, so it's a tie for my number 1. 2 very different reasons. Batman 89.
Love it.
Because it's the best live action rendition of the imagery of Batman from the comics, leering over Gotham with the music and the orchestra going. It was an awesome ending. I love that fucking.
Nice.
And the other tie was what is Fast 7, the last one where Mr. Paul Walker was, because man, that damn song, and that was the year my dad passed away too. I still can't hear that song all the time. But Paul Walker, man, R.I.P., bro.
I
was at work and I put up my desktop background as a different picture of Paul Walker every day the week he died, and the last day it was him under a tree in Africa holding a cheetah. It was hilarious.
He did love his animals.
Yeah.
He did participate in Shark Week a few times. So
I
good for him.
participate in a different kind of Shark Week.
Paul,
I can't believe it's been
leave
like
it alone,
10 years.
Paul.
Crazy.
I'm fine. I just think it's ironic he died in a car crash.
Where he wasn't driving.
Yeah, and he wasn't even
Car
driving.
crash. Still died.
But he wasn't driving. Like, he was the quintessential star and driver of those movies, and he wasn't driving. Like, you're right.
And
Like,
the
I'm
crazy
just
thing is
adding
he
to
was
that
fully
irony.
capable of driving. Like, he was fully capable. He had racing license. Yeah, it just errors. Things happen.
Yeah.
Old players.
That is some irony. You are correct.
Good choices, Chris. I respect those are your choices for number one.
I like that you just like that. That was the nicest way to say it. Dog is his
Well, Batman was awesome. I'll agree with you on that. That's a great one.
Sturdy, what's your number one?
My number one is I Saw the Devil.
Okay. Ooh.
And that revenge scene at the end is my favorite revenge movie of all time. If you haven't seen it, you guys should definitely check it out, because it's just like what that man does throughout that movie. Yeah, I get it. And then the ultimate revenge, which again, I don't want to spoil. I already did on my podcast, but I don't want to spoil if you haven't seen it. The ultimate revenge at oh my God, the end of that movie, I'm just like, oh shit. Yo, I'm not beefing with this dude. I know he's just an actor, but fuck that. No.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like,
From the minds.
Nicolas Cage did that. Nah, fuck that. I'll still beef with him. Fuck. But that seriously, that ending right there was just epic. And you understand it.
True. Roy, what you got number one?
I got Shawshank Redemption.
Good one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way that movie needs to end. Nobody needs to die in prison in that one. Except Brooks. He was the only one that wanted it.
Yeah.
He didn't even get it.
I mean, it's just like everything about it. It's just like it is all so set up, like everything pays off, but it's like you don't see it as things getting set up. It's just that you see a good story, and then everything comes together at the end, and it's just perfect. I really
and I love that he's free.
Mm-hmm. It's like the happiest ending that could be possible out of such a hellish life that these guys go through, and it's perfect.
Crazy. I can think of some others that I would like to be freed from a prison break. So anyway, my number one, and a movie that it's a foreign film. I think everybody should check out. This is a very important film in my life, especially for filmmaking. It's Cinema Paradiso. It's an Italian film, and if you haven't had a chance to watch this, it's an amazingly beautiful film and a famous classic film out of Italy, where a young boy named Salvatore befriends a projectionist named I think it was Alfredo. It's been a long time since I watched the movie, but I think his name was Alfredo. And like Alfredo teaches him through movies about life and shares his experiences and his wisdom with him, and all through his love of movies and showing him all these different movies. And one of the beautiful themes in that movie is in the 40s, 50s, so they would cut out like the kissing scenes in movies, because they, especially in Italy and at that time with World War II coming, the 30s and such, like they didn't have it. So he would cut all these clips like he's supposed to, and then he would have his own, kind of put them off to the side. And he always felt bad about doing that as a projectionist of this theater, the Cinema Paradiso. He always felt bad about doing that because he felt like he was taking away from the thing that he loves. He's taking this beautiful imagery about love out of this movie, and love is something that is an important feature in movies, right? Mm-hmm. So when you get to the end of this film, and Salvatore's back, he's a grown man now, he's seen the war, he's a filmmaker, he followed his dream, and he goes back for Alfredo's funeral, and they're knocking down the Cinema Paradiso, and he's left a couple of things from Alfredo. One of them is a film reel, and the end of the movie is him watching it, and it's all of those scenes that were cut out of the movies. And as he's watching it, all the love he's felt in his life, from his family, from Alfredo, from growing up, all these memories start to come back. And it's the power of what film can bring in terms of memories and what it does to us. And it's just, as a filmmaker, As somebody who loves movies as much as I do, this is one of the quintessential endings in a movie, in my opinion. So absolutely loved it. But yeah, that's my choices for these wonderful films. And that's everybody's choices. I want to thank you guys for doing that. And before we move on,